Hello and welcome to Ancient Hebrew Never Died. I am YHWH. Today we're going to be treating the Tetragrammaton YHWH. From the Paleo characters currently known as Yod A Y A, we have YHWH. For the Y, we vowelize with O and O to give us Oyo. What is Oyo? Oyo is an old Yoruba word for hand. Many 19th century Yoruba people would not have heard this word before, but they were able to figure out what it means. They would have heard the name Folawiyo before. The name means wash hands with wealth, and the iyo at the end of the name is what we're looking at here. The spelling, pronunciation, and starting letter can vary as long as the verb yo remains intact. Even then, the Y can be subjected to contraction to leave us with iyo or o. Do you remember from our Restoring Niger in episode 1 and Hebrew that the Y in those names are Oya for the river Niger? We can use the same here, but I will explain later how Oyo can morph into Oya and still bring the same meaning in Yahweh. The next letter is an easy one, the H. H here is vowelized with A to give the suffix ha, which can function as a definite article, turn verbs into nouns, or indicate possession. Next up is another interesting letter, the W, which in Middle Eastern Hebrew is called a waw or a vav, with the character behind the letter being a tent peg. In Yoruba, a tent peg is an iwo. The character also looks like a baiting hook, which is also iwo in the Yoruba language. The credit goes to Dikwa Jejelola for restoring the names of the ancient Hebrew letters to their original Yoruba ones. The word we're looking at for the third letter of YHWH is Iwa, which means existence. It is also the word that is used for character and essence. The word may be rendered differently across the Yoruba languages and dialects. The last but not the least is the H again, but it is not the same as we saw earlier, despite it having the same letters. The diacritics make the difference here. The initial ha is unmarked, but this second one is marked with a high tone mi, which is represented by the acute accent in modern Yoruba writing. So we have ha, which means come forth or come forth, to use KJV lingo. Bringing these words all together, we have Oyo ha uwa ha. What does Oyo ha uwa ha mean? Oyo means bringer forth. Ah in Yahweh indicates possession, state of being, or the definite article. All three apply in this case. Uwa means existence. Ha means come forth. Ha and Uwa together as one word mean existence ava, the existing or exister. I just showcased ha literally in the three ways it can be used. Translating word for word, we have bringer forth plus ava plus existence plus forth, which put together gives us bringer forth of the existing. Another way to say bring forth is birth. One of the many ways to say birth in the Yoruba languages is ya, which literally means to push something out of one's body. So if a Yoruba person says Oya Hawaha, they're still saying Oyo Hawaha. The many available Yoruba variations and fragments of God's name require a separate video of its own. We have been told, and I've known all along, that Yahweh is the one who brought forth existence. We just didn't know that his name literally meant that. Jeremiah 23 verse 26 to 27 tells us that false prophets were trying to make his people forget God's name, just as their ancestors forgot God's name for Baal. Deceivers help God's people to forget his name, but it is now time to help them remember, declare, and proclaim his name, whether in this original or in the many versions arising out of the many dialects of Abraham's children, his other relatives, and even the many tongues of the world. His name is Oyo Ha Uwaha, the bringer forth, birther, creator of existence. He is his name. Call him this name in your language if you can't pronounce this ancient one. Thank you for watching. I am YHWH, and this is Ancient Hebrew Never Died. Share God's true name by sharing this video. Until I see you next time, may the Ibonirekunya of Oyo Awaha be upon you and your household.